If you haven't watched the first 2 tips on how to get fast and powerful kata, then please watch that first from the link up above. Third tip for speed and power.
Yes, I think you need an overall fitness for speed and power. And what I mean by that, when you do something like weightlifting, and we think Team Key thinks that weightlifting is important for overall strength, not just weights, just fitness training. It's important for kata, for endurance, for strength. When you utilize weightlifting into your training, then we think you should do maximum strength training to test yourself. What is your state of training right now? How much you can lift, how much you can press, and so on. And this is the first one. What I think is important for a fitness training, that you test yourself and look what state of fitness are you in. And the second important thing in fitness training for kata especially is when you want to train your explosiveness and your speed and power, for instance, I take bench press as an example. Maybe it's easier to understand that way. You have always in bench press, you have the concentric movement, the way up, and you have the eccentric movement, the way down. The concentric movement, you always need to do full speed, as fast as you can.
I see.
This is not an issue because you have weight which pushing you down. And while you do the eccentric movement, you can control yourself again and go slow to always. Sure, you need to always maintain technique and so on, but the concentric movement, the way up, you can go. It should go full speed every time, because this is what you want to do when you're punching, when you do tsuki. You always want to go full speed. So that's why you shouldn't do it in weightlifting. This is actually how you improve.
So I guess in the context of fitness, do you focus on strengthening side, or do you include, like, let's say food, sleep, stretching? Would that be included in what you mean by fitness, or?
Yes. The regeneration, recovery is also important, but this point, this part 3 of our tips, is actually very, very complicated thing. So it may be not easy to explain. It's maybe in a video on itself. But if you want to improve yourself, of course, you need to look into your regeneration. Are you sleeping well? Are you sleeping enough? Too much sleep is also not that good as too less. So you need to. I see that this point from the training perspective, and from the training perspective, there's no need for karate. There's no need to do ultra slow repetitions to getting stronger, because it's, there are this is actually very well known aspect of training. If you're training for speed, this is other kind of muscle fibers you're training when you're training ultra slow training. That's why adapt your weightlifting to your karate training if you want one helping each other.
I see. Personally, I haven't spent that much time on weightlifting, to be honest. For a beginner like myself, what would be the first steps that I should be taking for kata training?
For kata training, it's actually easy, especially for children and beginners, because you don't have to utilize. This was just an example with weightlifting. You don't have to utilize weightlifting when you don't have the possibilities. For instance, you can do it. It's maybe a little bit harder to do, but you can do it with your own weight. For instance, when you do squats, you do squats. You want to do maybe not squats because it's too easy, and it's not enough weight to improve your strength of your legs. You try jump squats. So you still, when you do jump squats, you still can be explosive at first.
I see.
And the second one, you can go as high as possible. And this part of training, as much as possible in regards of weight, or as high as possible in regards of height while you're jumping, this will help you in kata, in karate.
I see.
Yes, but I think an important point, what we have to say is that weight training with heavy weights, and like Ilja told how to do this, is not necessary. But from the point to improve power and speed, from the point as an athlete of a national team member or international competition, you should do this. But if you're not an athlete, I think you don't need this. You can do this, and it's also, if you do this wrong, it's a little bit dangerous. And when you do this for the first time, you should always consult a competent trainer, and you shouldn't do this by your own with no experience, because bench press with high weights and as maximum speed as you can, if you don't do your warm up very well, and if you don't know how to execute this exercise, this will damage your body.
Right.
And you shouldn't do this like this. Yeah.
This is a good point. This is a very good point. Ken is speaking of right now. Sure. You need to ask your fitness trainer. If you go weightlifting, you need to do it correctly. This is very important, and do it safe and correctly. And maybe someone is there to help you in that regard. But also it shouldn't be scary for karate people. For young adults, and adults shouldn't be scary to utilize this tool, this very, very useful tool of weightlifting or fitness training in general. It doesn't need to be weightlifting. You can do something kinesthetics, for instance, when you don't have weights, and you just can utilize some movement to help yourself to improve, like jump squats, like jump push-ups, where you can go maximum speed and maximum power without weights. It's not that easy like weightlifting, but it's possible, and it's doable. And you can build it. You can, if you're a trainer, for instance, you can do this in your karate training as an addition.
I see. What about sorry for asking so many questions, but for the younger audience, at around what age would it be okay to start those? Let's say weightlifting. I guess using your own weight, you can be doing it from a young age, but for using those tools, how early or when would be the starting point?
Yeah, this is a difficult question, because I think, that's my personal point of view, is when you compete and on a high level, I think you can begin, or you can start with weightlifting. I think from 16, 17 or something like that. Yeah, because. Or Ilja, are you thinking to do this a little bit?
Yeah, this is this topic is also not so easy. I never do weightlifting with my students before the age of 16, but just because I don't know what the state of actual science is right now, from which age is safe to perform weightlifting. I think for for children, something is even easier to do or utilize, like squats, for instance. For children, it's much easier than for adults. In Japan, maybe it's different. I see Japanese adults are very flexible. Europeans are not like that. Europeans are not like that. European people are more stiff, and they cannot do something correctly. That's why sometimes it's better to start earlier for some people. Sometimes it's better to maybe just they need to grow up first, because of the I don't know what is the age of where it's safe. It's not that easy, I think.
So I guess you should always check on the fitness trainer if your body is, if it's safe for your body to take in the training or not. I see, but not not so early as like 12 or.
No.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Please make sure to check out the first 2 tips from up here and subscribe to each other's channel. See you guys next time.